Peace, brothers and sisters. This is Dr. Siddiqui Chebaye coming to you again today. Again, I am very appreciative to be given the opportunity to enter into your house once again and to share with you what the Creator, God, or the Most High has blessed me with, to share with you in honor of our ancestors, our glorious ancestors. And keep in mind that we have spiritual ancestors and we have ancestors in the physical. We are the physical ancestors having a human experience. So when you need assistance or help, we need to go within and connect with the spiritual ancestors to lead, guide, direct, and protect us while we're still here in this body on this earth. And that's deep there, but that's the truth. So I thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with you so that I can fulfill my purpose and to create a legacy that will be here for generations to come, prayerfully. Today's topic is going to be on leadership. Leadership. Okay, leadership is mapping out a way to get to where we need to go, to the destination where we need to go. Need to go, not want to go, but need to go in order to win. Now, in order to win, you have to first become a winner. That's the qualifications of winning. You have to first become a winner. And the winning is to get where we need to go uh, as a team, as an organization, as the community, as the family. So relationship is the key to it all. Leadership is mapping out the way that we need to go to win. We want to win. We don't just want to go. We want to win. So as long as you follow the rules or the process of leadership, you will become a leader. And we're going to get into that later on, what a leader really is, the qualities, the characteristics and the qualities of being a leader. But first, we must understand that we must have the skills, the leadership skills. Now, there is 6 leadership skills that I would like to share with you. Now, the first skill is you have to be an active listener. Listening is deep. There's a difference between hearing and listening. Hearing means that you're perceiving sounds. You have the faculty of perceiving sounds. Okay, I can hear other sounds, but that's hearing. But listening is a little deeper. It's on another level. Listening is to not only perceive sounds, but to really pinpoint the sounds, to be focused on the sounds, and to be able to read between the lines. That's listening. There's a difference there. So we must get these terms because we're dealing in the bastard language here, and they always give us the terms that uh, doesn't really jive with what our purpose is. So we must be an active listener, be keen, zero in on what is being said. That's the first skill. The second skill is uh, to be uh, um, empathetic. Yes, to be to have empathy. And what I mean by that is you must understand and share the feelings of others. You must understand and share the feelings of others. Now, let's know that understanding doesn't necessarily mean you agree, but you're right there, you know, where the person is, so that you can be able to size it up and see if it fits. So to know and to understand is two different things also. We must understand the feelings of others, not just throw it out, oh, that person is crazy and so forth and so on, putting them down and so forth. Understand where that person got that from so that you can kind of, tweak it to the point where that person becomes a part of the team and not feel like they are not. So that's number two. The third one is to make ideas clear. We have to have clarity to everything, all ideas. You can't be just throwing it out there, you know what I mean, hoping people get it. But we have to have the skills to be able, the leadership skills to be able to make it clear to a person, these ideas, so that they can visualize it in their own minds. That's what you call being on the same page and the same path. If you're on the same page and the same path, nothing can stop you. That's unity. That's making things plain, making it clear. So that's the third one. The fourth one is strategic thinking. We have to be strategic in our thinking so you won't be using emotions and feelings, the very thing that always got us in trouble. We must be thinkers. In other words, we have to qualify our manhood and womanhood, because a real man and a real woman are thinkers. So we have to be very strategic to know different angles and to really look at it to the point where you can approach it in different ways. Strategizing as a team. You have to have those skills. I'm talking about leadership skills. The fifth one is creativity. We must be creative in our approach to everything in life. Because don't forget, we've been bit by the same old dog, the same old demon, the same old devil. But unfortunately, we end up taking it out on each other. When in fact, we must be very creative in our approaches to things. That means you got to come out of the box and understand that all boxes have a dead end. No matter where you go, there's a dead end. So we got to come out of the box. But guess what? Unfortunately, they put us in the smallest box, which is a matchbox. And that's why all this fighting and hating is going on towards one another. Always bumping into each other, always stepping on each other's toes, always competing negatively with each other, always blaming each other, always pointing the finger at each other, when in fact we've been had by the same old devil that is very poisonous. So we have to be about healing, and healing comes through each other. We have to be very creative. We have to, and the creativity is the sixth principle of Kwanzaa, Kuumba. And Kuumba means creativity. That was the name of my health food store that I had in the 80s. I'm a pioneer of the health food business when it first started in the early 80s. When the supermarkets didn't have Celestial Teas and Munchies, Natural Munchies and stuff like that. All of that came later. But I was right there. And my health food store was like a meeting place where the vegetarians, we were transforming our minds, that we had uh, had the effect of the knowledge and the knowledge of uh, influencing, some of the brothers in the Nation of Islam, some of the Hebrew Israelites, some of the cultural brothers, some of the brothers who are trying to find their way, brothers and sisters trying to find their way. See, you have to have it to give it, and you can't fool energy. This is not bragging. I'm just sharing this with you. These are testimonies here of giving all honor and glory to our Creator in honor of our ancestors. The last one, the sixth one, is flexibility. You have to be flexible. Most of us are too stiff. The enemy gave us all this information, and we just, grit our teeth on it. We just, stick with it no matter what. I never heard that before. Okay, well, how can you grow? How can you transform if you're not willing to go into areas you've never been? You have to be flexible in life, or you will break. You will break. You'll be like Humpty Dumpty. Most of us, you can't even put us back together again. We so far gone. But guess what? There's always hope as long as you're here. So we must intentionally be flexible, be open-minded, being able to approach things in different ways without falling to pieces. So these are the leadership skills that we must have. Skills. Now, anybody, as I said before, if you follow the rules of leadership, the processes of leadership, you become a leader. Okay, now, what is a leader? A leader is the one that sets the direction. They use management skills in order to guide you to the right destination in a smooth and efficient manner. Not falling all over the place, not let me try this, let me try that. No, but you have to have those characteristics, those of a leader. You can't fool energy. We have to know what it takes. And I'm here to share with you what I have been blessed with. And you can check it out for yourself. I have much love and respect for me first. And I have to have it to give it to you. And that's what I'm doing today. Everybody have to find their way to make a contribution to our progress and honoring our Creator and our ancestors. Now, let me share with you the characteristics and the qualities of a leader. Okay, the first one is integrity. We must have integrity. What is integrity? To be honest and to be straightforward. To be honest and to have morals. Most people are not honest and have no morals. We got these people all in these schools and these churches and on these jobs and in the government and all of that. They are not honest people. You have to sell your soul to be a part of that. They're like a fraternity, a club, and they have rules to fake people out. But we have to make sure that we have integrity. Be honest, so you won't be like the pimps. The pimps in the educational system, the pimps in the pulpit, the pimps down in City Hall, the pimps in these various organizations. I'm real, brothers and sisters. I'm honoring and representing the ancestors. They didn't play. They told it like it was. They didn't sweeten it. They didn't mix it. They just gave it to you raw. And that's why I wrote the book, Raw Food for Thought. We have to give it the way it is. We can no longer soften it up anymore. We can no longer dilute it. And we have no control over how people feel. As a matter of fact, you hope they do feel it. Maybe that would cause them to make an adjustment. Because if they ain't feeling nothing, then there's no need to make an adjustment. We got to make them feel it. Sometimes you got to shock them. We were shocked in order to get what we have. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So the first thing is integrity, to be honest and to have morals. The second one is the ability to delegate. We must have the qualities of delegating. It means to give responsibilities to every member of the team and to empower them, to make them feel that I can do this, to make them feel a part of. That's the qualities of a leader. Now, let's understand that there's two kinds of leaders. There's the regulars, and there's the ones that are effective. You want to be an effective leader. You want to be able to move people. You want to be able to resolve things, to see differences. You want to be successful. You want to be a winner. In order to be successful, you have to be a success. You have to have success. You have to be success. So the second one is the ability to delegate and put people in the right places according to their levels. Don't put them, a lot of people put people in positions that they're not ready for, and they can destroy the whole thing with good intentions. The wise man goes by what he knows, not his good intentions, not what he feels, but what he knows. Not only that, brothers and sisters, the third one of characteristics and the qualities of a leader is communications. You must be an excellent communicator. You must be able to give to people the way you want them to receive it. So it has to be at a certain level that the people will want to accept what you're giving them. Communications, making it clear, making it plain, and not stumbling all over the place, not going all around the mulberry bush, but going from point A to point B straight. That's what an excellent communicator is. The fourth quality or characteristics of an effective leader is self-awareness. You have to know who you are. And in order to know who you are, you got to know where you came from. And so if you know where you came from and you know who you are, then you can know where you're going. We are the original people. We have to be aware that we are the original people, but we have to know that individually so that we can bring our individual selves into like-minded people and be a team. You mess with one, you got to deal with all of us. Self-awareness. Remember, let me give you for instance, remember that movie Shaka Zulu? Some of us might be too young to remember that, or maybe to even know that it was on TV. See, the white man found he made a mistake by doing that. Because some of us woke up. Shaka Zulu was no joke. He was the ultimate leader. And what I mean by that, he was a good at strategizing, um, uh, to put the fear in the British. The British, after Shaka Zulu got finished with him and his team, they didn't mess with him. They said, leave that guy alone. He ain't playing. And we got to have the mentality. We have to transform our mind, our energy into Shaka Zulu. He the one that made the British get their butts up out of there where they were. We're in Swaziland. And another example is Joshua at the wall of Jericho in the scriptures. You know, these walls were so massive, not even a bomb could knock them down. But what Joshua would do, he told his members, everybody have to transform their minds on the same page by marching around the wall at the same time with the same energy and the same vibrations and the same frequency. And once they walked around that wall chanting and humming and vibrating, them walls came down. Now, we used to do that whenever it's necessary. But for some reason, we made the wrong turn and we forgot all about it. And a lot of times we use it against each other. Remember they called it voodoo? Voodoo is nothing but a religion that is based on belief. Voodoo. Don't be tricked up by that, brothers and sisters. Don't let other people define who we are. We are the original people, so therefore we got everything in us. Now, another qualification of or characteristics of an effective leader is gratitude. Gratitude. You must be grateful. Gratitude. You must be thankful. You must be appreciative for the opportunity to become that leader, to transform yourself into that mindset, because everything is mine. But for some reason, we can't get over the face. But it's all about the mind. We better look at what that face is entertaining. That will define that person. But we must be grateful. We must be humble. Humility. Another characteristic and quality of a good leader is to have learning agility. So what is learning agility? That means get to move quickly and easily. Because things move fast. So you must be able to move, maneuver, navigate quickly and easily. Not stumbling all over the place, not bumping into each other, not blaming each other, but move in a organized manner, swiftly and in peace, with respect. Another characteristic and quality of an effective leader is to be able to influence. You must be able to influence people. You must convince them. You must influence them by being the example, really, by being a master role player. So people watch you and they want to be like you. Remember when we used to say, I want to be like Mike? We have to bring that home, brothers and sisters, and influence one another. to cause each other to make the necessary adjustments to measure up. Last but not least, once again, is empathy. We must be able to understand one another's feelings that all of us have been had. Stop blaming each other and know that we've been bit by the same old poisonous, dog with rabies. We got to go and get that dog and stop blaming each other. We got to know exactly what to do. So these are the characteristics and qualities of a leader, effective leader, not just a leader. We got a lot of leaders, but we must become leaders that are effective to get from A to B in a smooth and efficient way. And we have to be intentional about that. Now, we have to know that the bottom line is we are all natural born leaders. What do I mean by that? We have it in us. God gave the original man the ability to have dominion over everything that he created. So you have to be a natural born leader. You must have it in you. You got to have it to give it. But something happened, they tampered with our souls and flipped us upside down. So we got to find a way, a process, be very strategic in getting back to our reality of being leaders. Because we are complete. Everything is in us, but we must nurture it to bring it out. In other words, as within, so without. So how do you bring it out? We bring it out through each other. Unity. Motivate and inspire one another. Encourage one another. Love one another. Respect one another. Understand one another. So we are all that. We are all that. They told us we are nothing. When we look in the mirror, we don't like what we see. But we got to love and with respect at what we see when we look in the mirror. Because when you look in the mirror, what does that mean? That means that you are seeing the image and the likeness of God, your Father, our God, the Most High. So we must have much love and much respect for what we see in the mirror and lift our conscious awareness of who we really are as the original being on this earth that have dominion over everything that was created, including these Johnny-come-lately people who teaching us how to be less than the chicken when we are the eagles. Brothers and sisters, let's go ahead on and transform and renew our minds. Let's be willing to go into areas we've never been before. I know that it can be painful, it can be a little scary here and there, but those who hold on, you can't beat the blessings. So let's unify our efforts and start believing in ourselves and one another once again. We need that more than ever before. This is no joke. That's what's going on today. There's nothing new under the sun, so we can do it. Some of us are doing it. But we're the ones that's hated. Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. That joker crazy. No. Those who come out of the box, you're free. You're free to be creative. You're free to think. So let's free ourselves, free our minds from the box, and go head on and be the spiritual ones that we are. Family, I love you. I bless you, and I want you to prosper. Right thinking, right giving, and right eating is what we need to entertain. Keep in mind the leadership skills, and the characteristics and the qualities of an efficient leader. You can't fool energy. So let's get it right. Keep your lights on and keep them bright at all times. Do your best and let God do the rest. You gotta have a lot of faith. You gotta have a lot of patience. But we can do it. Thank you for listening. Happy new journey. And let's get the job did. Have a blessed life, brothers and sisters. And we're going to keep on until we get it right. Stay strong, long, and be blessed. Be the true leader that you are. Dr. Siddiqui Chebaye. Love and respect. Peace.